Scene script. Have you ever wondered why some people achieve their goals while others seem to be stuck in a rut? In the grand scheme of life's pursuits, there lies an often overlooked yet profoundly impactful virtue: consistency. It's the unseen force that propels us forward, inch by inch, towards our ambitions. It's the unsung hero of success, the silent power that ignites the spark of achievement. Now, you might be thinking, consistency, really? That sounds rather dull. And indeed, it might seem so. The daily grind of doing the same thing over and over can often feel mundane, even monotonous. But that is where its true power lies. Imagine a marathon runner. Picture the countless hours spent pounding the pavement day after day in heat and cold, rain or shine. It's not the flashy, adrenaline-filled race day that shapes the runner, but the seemingly endless repetitive training days. The runner doesn't just train when they feel like it. They lace up their shoes and hit the track each and every day, not because it's exciting, but because it's necessary. Similarly, the power of consistency isn't about doing a lot at once. It's not about those moments of intense effort, where we push ourselves to the brink and then collapse in exhaustion. No, consistency is about the small, steady steps we take each and every day, whether we feel like it or not. It's about showing up even when we'd rather not. It's about persisting even when the finish line seems miles away. Consistency is the key that unlocks the door to greatness. It's the secret ingredient that turns dreams into reality. It's the force that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. So, if you're wondering why some people achieve their goals while others remain stuck, look no further than the power of consistency. Like the marathon runner, the power of consistency lies in doing a little every day, not in doing a lot occasionally. So, what makes consistency such a powerful factor in our lives? Consistency is the silent conductor, orchestrating the symphony of our habits and consequently shaping our lives. It's not about the grand gestures, the big leaps, or the overnight successes. Instead, it's about the small, seemingly insignificant actions we repeat day after day. Let's consider the story of a famous author. This author doesn't wait for the muse to strike or for inspiration to flow. Instead, they commit to writing a page every single day. Rain or shine, inspired or not, they sit down and write. Now, a page a day might not seem like much. It's a drop in the ocean, a single stitch in a vast tapestry. But over time, these drops, these stitches, they accumulate, they grow and multiply. Before you know it, these daily pages transform into chapters. The chapters evolve into a novel, and the novel eventually finds its way onto the shelves of a bookstore. This author didn't achieve success by writing an entire book in one feverish night. No, their success is the product of consistency. It's the result of showing up day after day and doing the work, regardless of how they felt. And this principle doesn't just apply to writing. It applies to anything in life. Whether it's exercising, learning a new skill, or building a business, consistency is key. It's the silent success factor that transforms our dreams into reality. The beauty of consistency lies in its simplicity. It's not about making drastic changes or taking giant leaps. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards your goal every single day. But remember, consistency isn't always glamorous. It's not about instant gratification. It's about playing the long game, about investing in your future self. It's about understanding that every small step you take today is contributing to the bigger picture of your life tomorrow. Consistency, therefore, is not about instant gratification, but about long-term results. If consistency is so powerful, why do so many people struggle with it? This question might flutter around in your mind, echoing through the chambers of your thoughts. The answer, while simple, is not so easy to digest. It's because consistency is often a battle against our own selves, our own desires and impulses. Imagine you're starting a new fitness regime. You're all fired up, eager to shed those extra pounds to sculpt a healthier, fitter version of yourself. The first few days are exhilarating, every drop of sweat a testament to your dedication. But as the days turn into weeks, the initial excitement starts to wane. The scale doesn't seem to budge. The mirror doesn't reflect the transformation you envisioned. You begin to question your efforts. Is it worth it? You ask yourself. Why am I not seeing results? And before you know it, you find yourself slumped on the couch, a bag of chips in hand, your workout gear gathering dust in the corner. Now, let's pause here. What happened? The culprit is impatience, bred from a lack of immediate results. We live in a world that thrives on instant gratification. We want to see the fruits of our labor now, not later. But the reality is, change takes time. Progress is often slow and unnoticeable until one day it's not. Another challenge we face is the lack of discipline. It's easy to follow through on something when the motivation is high. But motivation is a fickle friend. It comes and goes, often leaving us in the lurch during our most crucial moments. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps us going when motivation fails us. It's the steady hand that guides us through the storm of doubts and distractions. Consistency, my friends, is not about seeing immediate results. It's about the process, the journey, the commitment to keep going, day after day, even when the results aren't immediately visible. It's about pushing past our comfort zones, challenging our limits, and above all, it's about belief in the process, belief in ourselves. Consistency is a journey, not a destination. It's about pushing through even when the results aren't immediately visible. How then can we harness the power of consistency? Let's explore some practical tips to help us master this silent yet potent force. Firstly, set achievable goals. It's easy to get overwhelmed by grand ambitions. Instead, start with small, manageable objectives. Consider the aspiring musician who dreams of performing at Carnegie Hall. That's a lofty goal indeed, but it begins with mastering a single note, then a scale, and eventually an entire piece. Each step is a goal in itself, leading to the ultimate dream. Secondly, make it a daily habit. Consistency is not about a one-time Herculean effort. It's about small, repeated actions that accumulate over time. Our musician doesn't become a maestro overnight. Instead, they commit to practicing for a set amount of time each day. Whether it's rain or shine, whether they feel like it or not, they pick up their instrument and play. Over time, these daily practices compound, leading to mastery. Thirdly, track your progress. It's easy to lose sight of how far we've come when we're focused on how far we have to go. By documenting our journey, we can visualize our growth and find motivation to keep going. For our musician, it could be recording their practice sessions or jotting down their improvements. Seeing their progress from a novice to an adept player can be incredibly motivating. Fourthly, be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your dreams be. Consistency requires persistence and time. Our musician didn't master their instrument in a week. It took months, perhaps years of daily practice. The key is to keep going, even when the progress seems slow. Lastly, embrace failure. It's an inevitable part of the journey. There will be days when our musician hits the wrong notes or when you stumble on your path. But remember, it's not about perfection. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's about progress, however small. Remember, it's the small steps taken consistently that lead to giant leaps. So set achievable goals, make it a daily habit, track your progress, be patient, embrace failure, and watch as the power of consistency transforms your life. What happens when we stay consistent in our pursuits? Consider a businessman. Let's call him John. John was not born into wealth or privilege. He didn't have a groundbreaking idea that would revolutionize the world. What he did have, however, was a dream and a bucket full of determination. Every day he poured his energy into his small business. He committed to learning, growing and improving, never missing a single day. John's business didn't skyrocket overnight. There were no dramatic breakthroughs or overnight success stories. Instead, there was steady, consistent growth. Each day brought a small victory, a tiny step forward. Some days the progress was so minuscule it was barely noticeable, but John did not waver. He understood the power of consistency. After several years, John's consistent efforts began to bear fruit. His business grew, expanding from a single shop to a chain of stores across the city. John's story is not one of sudden wealth or instant success. It's a tale of consistent effort, of showing up every day, of never giving up. And this is the reward of consistency. It's not always about the grand, sweeping changes. More often it's about the small, steady steps that lead us to our goals. It's about the personal growth we experience along the way, the skills we acquire, the resilience we build, and the confidence we gain. Consistency is about showing up even when progress seems slow. It's about sticking to your path, even when the journey gets tough. It's about understanding that success is not a destination, but a journey. And the journey is made up of countless small steps, taken day after day, week after week, year after year. So remember, if you want to achieve your goals, if you want to grow and succeed, be like John. Show up every day, put in the work, stay consistent. The road may be long and the journey may be tough, but the rewards are worth it. Consistency, therefore, is the secret ingredient to success. It's not glamorous, but it is powerful.